Guys, you guys smell that? What's that? That smell like Grandmaster Nightfall Day? Oh goddamn! Oh, ho, 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 ho. And not only is it Grandmaster Nightfall Day, but technically we have 2 new GMs, but in a more philosophical sense, I guess. I don't know. We kind of have 4 new GMs. You know what I mean? Because we've got a new Arms Dealer. We've got a new Lake of Shadows. Mars Battleground. And then brand new Hypernet Current. Oh, man. Oh, it just... You can feel it. I got some new photos hung up on the wall. You can see it's starting to get filled out. We got 2 more. These are prime spots right here. These 2 spots right here. That's prime real estate. But I filled up this bottom row. Right there. It's looking good. This is the real prime real estate, actually. This little section right here. Worry about later, though. Right now, we got to figure out what weapons we're going to run. What loadouts we're going to run. What builds we're going to use. All that deliciousness. Okay. Let's figure it out. So, if I recall correctly, let me actually, here, let me whip out a little Google Doc. Get a little Google document going. YouTube, new folder, Nightfall, Season 20 GMs. I can't show you guys the screen right now because there's some unreleased stuff on here that is top secret. Can't show you guys yet. This I can show you though. Boom! Season 20 GMs. Okay. Let's talk about what we're going to use. We have, of course, got... What are the GMs again? Give away the emblem? Give an emblem? Oh, that was yesterday. Busta. I bought 2 packs of condoms for the GMs? Huh? What? For what reason? What? How come? Okay, we've got arms dealer. I'm gonna copy and paste this. Whoa, why'd I do that? Okay, that was weird. Okay, so arms dealer, Mars Battleground, Proving Grounds, Lake of Shadows, Glassway, Hyper Net Current. Okay. Arms dealer is Cabal, so it's Barrier Unstoppable, right? Pretty sure it's Barrier Unstoppable. Yeah. And does anyone know what the Surge is? Actually, hold up. I think I saw like an infographic detailing everything. Well, okay, so there's a Strand Surge in every single one this season. That I know for sure. I think this is Barrier Unstop too. Because Hive. Proving Grounds, I know is Barrier Unstop. Because another Cabal. Lake of Shadows is... Barrier Overload, right? Or no. Overload Unstop? Because Overload Hobgoblins and Unstoppable Phalanxes? Lake of Shadows is Barrier Unstop? Wait, what? I thought it had Overload taken Hobgoblins. Or did it change when they revamped it? They changed it? Oh, okay. So if they changed it, then that's a different situation. No taken champions? Okay, so then Barrier Unstoppable seems... okay. Glassway is Barrier Overload. I know that for sure. And then Hypernet Current is... Vex taken, so that would be Overload at the very least, because Minotaurs. And... would it be Unstoppable? Unstop, okay. And then here, I have an infographic that tells me the surges. So Arms Dealer is... Arms Dealer is... So they all have a Strand Surge, but like, no, we're not out here using Strand weapons. This is just not happening. Mars Battleground is... Void as well. Proving Grounds, Solar. Lake of Shadows, Void. Glassway, Solar. And then Hypernet Current, Solar. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So... I feel like right off the rip, you basically... do that, right? Plus, it's scout rifles that are unstopped now, right? Plus void scouts plus void rocket, right? You would just go there. Void scout, void rocket, solar scout, solar rocket, void scout, void rocket. I mean, I guess you could do like rocket, you could do linear, you could do machine gun. I guess it's up to you. Like me personally, I'll probably do rockets. But like, I guess it is up to you. I think that can kind of be chalked up to personal preference to a certain degree. Like I'll probably go rocket, but like I can see the justification for a linear or okay, so here we have barrier overload. So here it's just a solar SMG, right? Solar SMG plus solar rocket linear machine gun. And then hypernet current is overload unstopped. So this one we get into a bit of different territory. Now we don't have any special weapon champion perks like we've had in previous seasons. You could... Glaive is unstopped? Wait, really? Yeah, but we're not using glaives. Come on now. Wait, where's unstopped glaive? Oh, here. Oh, I'm literally hovering it. It's just such a long description. Oh, dude, you could do chill clip. So you could basically do chill clip fusion plus you could do chill clip fusion plus solar SMG. Or really solar anything, because the chill clip fusion will get both the unstoppables and the overloads. And then for your heavy, you freed up an exotic slot. So you can run like Leviathan's Wrath. I don't think Leviathan's Wrath would be a good go-to because it's a solar surge. And Leviathan's Breath is void, so you're kind of missing out on a lot of potential damage. Chill clip lingering dread. Okay, so chill clip fusion / GL then, I guess. Collections, exotic. Or wait. Pretty sure I can search like this. Exotic. Oh no, I can't search by elements. 1K is unstoppable. You wouldn't do 1K though because it has too little ammo. Too low ammo for a GM. Am I a psychopath for like kind of considering Xenophage? Oh, dude, you could do Parasite. Parasite would spank. Wait, Parasite would actually low-key be kind of cracked. Because you're going to use your other weapons to clear out all the trash mobs. And then you just hit a quick stun on the champ and you have your fully stacked Parasite. You literally one-shot it with one fucking bullet. What strike is this for? Hypernet Current? Okay, you can't really hit the boss with Parasite there, though. So maybe Sleeper would be better, to be honest. I'm thinking either Sleeper or Xenophage. I don't really know which, though. What's up, Paradox? I hope you're enjoying your day as well. Gallahorn? I mean, you wouldn't really want Gallahorn if your other teammates don't have rockets. Don't forget to consider overcharge mods. They don't stack with surges, but it's a free 25%. Are you sure that overcharge mods do not stack with surges? Because I've heard people say that, but I've also heard people tell me that that is like verifiably not true. Can I test that real quick? Void Surge. 25%. Okay, here. Let's just test it. Let's get it out of the way right now. We'll throw on a double Void Weapon Surge real quick. Let's just test it. Fuck it. So we have Void Surge. I'll figure this out my motherfucking self. I got person A telling me it doesn't work. I got person B telling me it does work. So I'm going to be person C and shoot the gun. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, the numbers are higher. It works. Okay, let's see. So, make sure we're actually close. 735, 1218. Okay, just casually getting ran. That's fine. Loser has to send $10? Nah. My testing is free. You guys can send $10 if you like the content. What were my numbers? 735 and 1218? Okay, I need to wait for my dodge to come back so I can proc Reaper and get an orb. 735, 1218, okay. Yep, 1218. Get the orb. That's definitely stacking. These do, in fact, be stacking. But, just in case, because I know someone is going to say, oh, well, Mac, you had volatile rounds on. Did more damage. So. Just gonna re-showcase. They do, in fact, stack. We're talking about overcharge? What do you mean, overcharge? No, I know that the overcharge weapon type does not stack with the surge element. I know that. That's not what people were saying. People were saying that the legs mods do not stack with. That's what we were talking about. That might be what you as individuals were talking about, but that is not. There was another person that said something different. Someone there, I saw at least 3 people in chat say specifically the legs surge mods do not stack with the activity surge mods. I know the overcharge mods don't stack. That's why I didn't really care about when I was selecting weapons. That's why I didn't really care about picking weapons that specifically aligned with the overcharge, because I know they don't stack. I already knew that. What you're proving there is that the legs surge mods stack. That's what you're proving there. Speaking of which, I need to tweak some of my stuff. Yeah, legs mods definitely stack with activity. I have to reset this again. Don't worry, y'all. I will always test everything for you. And give you the most accurate of information. At least to the best of my ability, I will. Ba-ba-ba-ba. These are all the mods I want. Okay. Okay, so what else do we have to go over? So here I'm thinking probably Sleeper or Xeno. Should do like a few asterisks. Strand, Surge on everything. Oh wait. Needs to be normal text. Both these. Strand Surge on everything. Surges do not stack with overcharge weapon type. Surges do stack. Do not. With legs surge mods. Radiance / volatile equals barrier. Volatile flow. Making volatile flow a very, very, very good mod. And then I think that's like, those are like the really easily accessible buffs. Strand, suspend, hard counters all champions. Probably a good footnote to put in there too. What other notes? What about Raid Shoddy for unstops too? I think your exotic slot's probably better off with Arbalest. I still to this day think Arbalest is such a valuable weapon. It's not as valuable as it used to be because match game is gone now and we have a lot more ways to break barrier shields. But it has so much ammo. It has infinite range, or nearly infinite range in the context of GMs. It has really good damage despite its damage nerfs. It's such a good weapon. Arbalest is not fun, and fun is more important than efficiency. Not uncircumstantially. Like if you're a player or you're in a team that can beat a GM with any loadout, like if you're a player that's like really, really, really fucking good and you can like beat a GM with pretty much any loadout, then it's like, yeah, if you find Arbalest unfun and you can still easily beat a GM with a different weapon, then it's like, yeah, 100% use that different weapon. But like, there's a lot of people who really, really, really struggle to beat GMs. And so for those individuals, you don't necessarily want to prioritize what's more fun. You want to prioritize what is going to more reliably allow you to beat the activity. Why is it blurry? Turn up your quality. Wishender is now the play over Arbalest. It's really not, though, because if... Okay, so, like, look at it this way, right? Wishender versus and use Wishender if you want to, obviously, right? I don't have any horse in the race, but if we use Arbalest, right? Like, how do I phrase this? exotic special weapons that reside in the kinetic slot are almost universally better than, or sorry, no, wait, okay, hold up. Generally speaking, the most potent, God, how do I explain this? Quality does not explain the blurry image. I mean, it's not blurry for me, like, at all. Is it blurry for you guys? I can see this perfectly. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Okay, this is going to be like a really fucking weird explanation, but it's the best way I know how to. So, you have 3 slots in your loadout, right? Or I guess it would be like this, right? You have 3 slots in your loadout. Kinetic, energy, and heavy. And let's say that each slot that you put a weapon into has a number that you would receive for the value that that weapon adds to your loadout, right? And your goal, like on a scale of 1 to 10, right? And your goal is to construct a loadout for a particular activity that gives you the highest possible score, right? To convey the most possible strength, if that makes sense. So each slot has a couple weapons that you might consider to be 10s, right? What would you guys say are the 10s in the kinetic slot, right? If you can pick any weapon, you are unconstrained, uninhibited. Any exotic, it can be a special weapon, it can be a primary weapon, it can be anything, whatever you want. What would be like the 10s? The standout weapons, you know what I mean? For me personally, if you ask me, and the way you determine what weapons are 10s are weapons that check as many boxes as possible. They do really, really good damage. They bring utility. They have good ammo economy. Things of that nature, right? They do things that no other weapon can do. And things that are useful within the context of whatever activity that you're doing, right? So for me, those 10s are probably like Izzy, Witherhorde, I'll just do Wither, Arbalist, and I have not used the new Raid shotgun, but I mean, I don't know. Would you guys put the new Raid shotgun in this category? I'm the one you blocked on Twitter this morning. I'm not asking to be unblocked. I want to say I didn't mean to come off as rude or hateful. I enjoy your content and use your builds. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I block a lot of people on Twitter. What was the context of our conversation? What about Leviathan's Breath? Leviathan's Breath is not in the kinetic slot. Well, but hold up, guys. Would we really put Wish Ender? Would we... if you're looking at all the boxes that a weapon might tick, here's the key thing here. Would we put Wish Ender? Would we rate Wish Ender the same as these 3 weapons? I wouldn't personally, because Wish Ender doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as Izanagi's or Witherhorde or Arbalist. Nowhere close. And the reason that's important, the reason that's super, 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 super important to consider, it's primary ammo. Well, right, but we're getting there. We're getting there. This is a whole. I'm painting a large picture. You know what I mean? Painting a large picture. If you're solo or 2-man, I'd make a solid case for Wishender. So this is under the assumption that you're doing a Grandmaster Nightfall with a fire team of 3 in a traditional, you know, run-of-the-mill typical setting. That is the cringiest take. Yeah, you seem very distinguished yourself. Anyway. These are what I would say the 10s are. Or even, I mean, like, now. The thing that makes these weapons so good. The thing that makes these weapons so good is not necessarily the weapons in and of themselves, but what you are able to pair with these weapons, right? Because these weapons are occupying your special slot, which means for most players, ideally, you're going to want to take a primary ammo weapon in your energy slot, something that uses primary ammo, therefore infinite ammo. Very few people are comfortable running double special. If you are a double special user, you probably don't fall under this category of people who need to min-max their loadouts. So that's not really like the situation we're talking about. We're talking about your average everyday player. Most players are going to want to opt for at least one primary ammo weapon. Makes them feel safe. Makes them feel comfortable. Show me you haven't been running Wishender without saying you haven't. I've ran Wishender all the time. And I've done probably 10x as many GMs as you have. If you want to keep being a dick about it, though, I'd recommend doing it somewhere else. Thanks. Anyway. Here we'd probably run our primary ammo weapon, right? Probably run an SMG. Probably run a scout rifle if you're more of like a safe player. Something like that. Obviously, we can't run an exotic here because... Sorry, drawing on paint is hard. Obviously, we can't run an exotic here because our exotic is up in our kinetic slot. And then our heavy, relatively speaking, is unencumbered. The only stipulation we have on our heavy weapon now is that it can't be an exotic. It's literally it. So here, probably do rocket. But like we weren't really going to run an exotic here anyway because we kind of already decided we want to use our exotic for our kinetic slot. Rocket. Maybe linear. I don't know. Also, as a quick, brief interjection, if you take personal offense to me saying that I personally find Arbalest to be better than Wishender or that I don't love Wishender, you gotta take a deep breath. It's okay. You're still allowed to use it. I'm not swinging the gavel and telling you what loadouts you're allowed to equip, okay? Someone asked me what's better between Arbalest and Wishender. I'm giving my opinion. If your opinion doesn't align with that, that's cool. Use Wishender. Someone asked me. I'm just answering. God. Anyway. So, now let's look at situation number 2, right? Situation number 2 would be we're still occupying our kinetic slot with an exotic. However, we're now instead occupying it with a primary ammo exotic, right? So, the two options that would probably fall under that category here would probably be Wishender and Osteo, right? In the context of GMs, right? Because Osteo nails Overload champions intrinsically. Wishender nails Barrier champions intrinsically. So, that's kind of situation number 2, right? Still occupying the exotic slot. But now, we're not occupying our special ammo slot. Sleeping on Malfeasance? Okay, we'll add Malfeasance to the mix. primary ammo, exotic kinetic weapons that you might want to use in this category. But the problem is, if we select one of these weapons for this category, it now no longer really makes sense to run a primary ammo weapon in your energy slot, because we've already got a primary ammo weapon. We don't want 2 primary ammo weapons, because then we're leaving a lot of damage out on the table, because special weapons do significantly more damage than primary ammo weapons. Definitely don't need 2 primary ammo weapons. So if we select a primary ammo weapon in this slot, kind of leaving a lot on the table. So probably want to go a special weapon here. Well, what are our options, realistically? We don't have any exotic options, so we can't go like a really solid exotic energy special weapon. We have so we're limited to legendary stuff. So we have like a wave frame GL maybe. We could go forbearance. We could go first in, last out. We can go a slug shotgun. We can go a sniper. We can go a fusion rifle. Can't do Riptide because Riptide is a kinetic weapon. Stasis is kinetic. So we can't do Riptide. Pretty much anything, right? Any legendary special weapon of our choice. But here's the problem. And here is why I always like to have my exotic weapon in my kinetic slot as a special weapon. Here's the problem. From my perspective, at least. If you don't agree, and if it's not something that concerns you, then don't worry about any of this. But here is where I always look at Izanagi's Witherhoard and Arbalest and say, yeah, those are my king picks, right? When you put these 2 options side by side, because basically what you're selecting is, oops. Or yeah. When you're selecting weapons, you basically have to pick one option from the yellow group and one option from the red group. Right? And so although these options are much better options than these ones in the yellow group, these options in the red group are insanely better than their counterparts in the red group. So let's look at it this way, right? If you were to assign these groups of weapons a value of how good they are in their respective slots for Grandmaster Nightfall specifically, right? You could argue and say these weapons are a 10, and for the sake of argument, we'll say these are a 10 as well. Get what I'm saying? We'll say both of them are 10s. Well, no, that wouldn't be the case, actually. For the sake of argument, I wouldn't say that they're both 10s. Because Wishender, Osteo, and Malfeasance do significantly less overall damage than Izanagi's Witherhoard and Arbalest. They have better ammo economy, sure, because they're infinite ammo. The problem is you need to take into account ammo economy. Just using any special ammo weapon wouldn't be ideal. See, I'm not on that boat. I don't know if you guys are just like ripping through special ammo like at ungodly amounts, but like I am literally never out of special ammo in any capacity in a Grandmaster Nightfall. And even if you do run out of special ammo, you're almost always going to have someone on Aeons that can generate it at the snap of a finger. So I am never running out of special ammo. I don't know. Respectfully, if you're consistently running out of special ammo in a Grandmaster Nightfall, you're probably either missing too many shots with your special ammo weapon, or you're using your special weapon in circumstances in which you should not use your special weapon. If that makes sense. But like when you consider all things in a Grandmaster Nightfall, clearing trash mobs, having zone control, having utility, having ammo efficiency, having long range damage, champion burst, boss burst, these 3 weapons up here beat the shit out of these 3 weapons down here. These 3 weapons down here are super good. All things considered, Wish Ender, Osteo, Malfeasance, very, very good in Grandmaster Nightfalls. Just because I say Izanagi's Witherhoard and Arbalest are better doesn't mean I'm saying that Wish Ender, Osteo, and Malfeasance is bad. I'm saying they're not as good, right? But they shouldn't be as good, right? That would be ridiculous if they were as good, because they're primary ammo weapons. They shouldn't do the same amount of damage as their special ammo counterparts. It'd be silly if they did. It'd be like very poorly balanced. But if we're evaluating these weapons, if we're stacking them up side by side as to which weapons bring more to the table in an all-encompassing scope, the Izanagi's, Wish Ender, and Arbalest camp are definitely pulling a little more. So like I would give these weapons, like, compared directly to these 3, I'd give them like what? 7 or an 8? Personally. Well, if you don't have any friends or clan members on Grandmaster Nightfall, you're mostly solo, what would you use then? I mean... well, you can LFG, right? You can still, like, play with a fire team. I don't know, Prey. Which one do you want to do first? I don't care which one we do first. We can probably let everyone watching decide which one we do first. Anyway, it's... you know what? I've had a change of heart. Because I just had flashbacks of when I had to deal with this last season. Use whatever weapons you please. Have fun! Use whatever you want. Fuck it. I don't care. You're gonna see me using Arbalest on stream. And I would recommend you use Arbalest as well. But I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not going to urge you to use Arbalest. Because here's the thing. At this point in the game, anyone who's over in Arbalest camp and anyone who is over in Wish Ender camp, they've already made up their fucking minds. Okay? They've already... They're not changing teams. Anyone who is using Wish Ender at this point, you are never going to convince them that Arbalest and a primary ammo weapon. You're never going to be able to convince them that Arbalest and a primary weapon is the better option. And anyone who's in the Arbalest camp, you're never going to be able to convince them that Wish Ender and a legendary special weapon are the preferred option. So it honestly, nothing I say fucking matters at all. It means nothing. All the words I'm speaking at the current moment doesn't mean nothing. So you use whatever you want. I don't care anymore. I ain't gonna lie, I'd trust your judgment since all 3 characters I have are your builds and I watch your content. That, you know what, Classmatic? Change a heart number 2. That's a great fucking point. Don't all you motherfuckers use my builds? Huh? Who's going into GMs today with a build that you learned from a Mactics YouTube video? Wait just a darn second. You're gonna tell me that you trust me to use my builds? But when I tell you to use Arbalest, you're, no, I don't think so, Mac. I think Mac, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Yet you have my dim link saved. Ooh. Get your Arbalists on, boys. What a great point. I'm kidding. Again, I don't care. Use whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, here's the reality of the situation. If you equip a loadout and you beat the Grandmaster Nightfall with the loadout that you equipped, well, it doesn't really fucking matter then, does it? It doesn't really matter if you had Wish Ender or Arbalest on, because if you beat the GM, you beat the GM. You got the same loot that I did. You got the same Gilded Conqueror seal that I got. Who cares? Mac, what should I use for a Barrier Nightfall and Grandmasters? I would personally recommend Arbalest. But hey, if you can beat it with Wish Ender, whatever. Who cares? However, here is the contingency. Ready? Come here. Get real close. Here's the contingency. If you say, nah, Mac, I'm not gonna listen to you. You're a dum-dum. I'm gonna equip Wish Ender. I know better than you do. Fine, fair enough. But if you have the Wish Ender on, and you can't beat whatever GM you're trying to beat, if you're struggling with it, if you keep wiping, if it's not working, then I might urge you towards Arbalest and see if it yields different results. If you can beat him with both, though, then it doesn't matter. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Hello, Grimothy. That's what I'm calling you from now on, by the way, Grims. Your name's Grimothy. Matthew. It's funny. Which heavy do you recommend for Proving Grounds? A solar rocket, linear, or a machine gun? I will probably be using rockets for all the GMs, but up to you. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? What do you guys think universally is going to be the best heavy ammo or heavy weapon for GMs this season? Machine guns, linears, or rockets? Because I don't really know. What are good solar rockets? Has in Vengeance. What else there? Ascendancy is a good one. I'd say linear because of ammo economy. Yeah, so then you could go the Taipan. Honestly, maybe linear, to be honest. Leviathan's Breath? Can't use Leviathan's Breath because we're already occupying our exotic slot elsewhere. Roar of the Bear is another one. Roaring Bear. Yeah, fuck. You know what? I might go linears. I might go Cataclysmic and Taipan. Because all of the burns on GMs are void and solar. The only GM where I probably won't use a linear is Hypernet Current, because I don't think I'm going to occupy my special or energy slot with an exotic, which means my heavy slot can be an exotic, so I think I might do Sleeper or Xenophage. Strand? Yeah, but like there's not really any good Strand guns, except for Immortal, but like you don't really want to use Immortal because you'd rather have Arbalest / Wish Ender, I guess. Don't yell at me. You'd rather have Arbalest or Wish Ender over Immortal. But, yeah. I need to transfer over some guns, though. Is there a surge for Proving Grounds? Yeah, I think it's solar. But I'm gonna move over a few things. Just make sure I only have the weapons that I need. Move that over, move that over, move that over, move that over. Need my Mida Mini. I need my Vouchsafe. I need a Solar Scout Rifle. Scout Rifle. Is the Staccato the only thing I have? It's a Solar Scout. Yes. Oh, I have Vision of Confluence. Firefly Killing Wind. Demo Subsistence. Yeah, I'll just go to Staccato, whatever. Vouchsafe is a banger. Wait, actually, do I have a Doom of Chelchis with... If I have a Doom of Chelchis with a... nah, no explosive payload. Doom of Chelchis Frenzy explosive payload would probably be better. My Godman, where's your Trusty? Trusty is an L, Grims. And I'm disappointed in you for even bringing it up. Trusty is a certified L, in fact. Unsubscribing? He's enraged! But yeah. My loadouts are gonna look something like this. Arbalist, Witherhoard, Chillclip Fusion in the kinetic slot. Funny Web. Vouchsafe, Mini Tool, Staccato. So basically, Solar and Void Scout and Solar and Void SMG in the energy slot. And then Solar Linear and Void Linear down here. And I'm not really going to worry about them being max light level. Doesn't really matter to me that much. And then I'll whatever GM we're doing, I'll put that scab on. I'll throw in like an absolution and an innervation. Might not be able to do the absolution actually, so maybe I'll just have to do, or wait a minute, actually, can I? Nope, can't fit. Can I fit this resilience mod anywhere else? No, I can't. That's fine. Oh wait, it'll either be void, or no, I don't want surges, I want scabs. But it doesn't matter, because Void and Solar are both one cost. Alright, chat, it is 5 minutes until Grandmaster Nightfall time. I wanted to do the prep stuff over here on YouTube, but we will run the GMs themselves over on the Twitch live stream. So, we're going to end over here right now, and I'm going to go boot up the Twitch. So, if you want to watch us actually run the GMs, and then, of course, run with us, get carries and stuff like that. Oh, fuck. Philip, did I just accidentally time you out? Philip, I'm sorry. I was trying to time out the guy who was spamming. My bad, Philip. Philip T, I did not mean to time you out. I'm sorry. Go over there, chat. We're gonna run the actual GMs over there, and then we'll do carries after we do L6, after we finish them all up. So I'll see you guys over there in 30 seconds.